Welcome to Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides. Hi, I'm Flynn, a 2-year-old Labrador Retriever training to be a dog guide in the service program at the Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides. The Foundation's mission is to assist Canadians with a medical or physical disability by providing them dog guides like me at no cost. You might be shocked to find out that the Foundation receives zero government funding, and so it relies on donations from individuals, service clubs, foundations, and corporations. It costs about $25,000 to train and place each dog. Come with me for a tour to see what we're all about. My journey began at the Lions Foundation of Canada's breeding facility located in Brussels, Ontario. This is where future dog guides are born and where some of the initial training occurs. At Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides, we breed standard poodles, Labrador Retrievers, and Golden Lab crosses. My mom and dad were selected as parents for me and my siblings due to their temperament, trainability, and health history. From the day I was born to about 7 weeks old, this was my home, slowly but surely developing into the handsome boy you see today. Once I turned 7 weeks old, I got to meet my foster family. My foster family is responsible for me until I'm about 12 to 18 months old. They get the pleasure of loving me, teaching me basic obedience, and socializing me in as many environments as possible. Puppy program staff members provide support to the foster families and teach puppy classes to help everyone on this journey. Once I was about a year, I was recalled back to the Lions Foundation for training as a dog guide. My foster mom was sad, but knows I'll do great things for people in need. Welcome to Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides Training Facility, or as I like to call it, Dog Guides University. I've made it! This is my new home until I'm matched to my handler. A handler is the person I will be assisting. At Lions Foundation of Canada, there are 7 dog guide programs I may be chosen for. Our first program is Canine Vision. This is for people who are blind or visually impaired. Our second program is Hearing, for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Our third program is Autism Assistance. This is for children who have autism spectrum disorder. Our fourth program is Service, and this is for people who have a physical or medical disability. Our fifth program is Seizure Response, for people who have epilepsy. Our sixth program is Diabetic Alert. This is for people who have diabetes with hypoglycemic unawareness. And our last program, our seventh one, is Facility Support, for professional agencies assisting individuals in traumatic situations. Depending on what program I'm selected for, I'm trained to perform a set of skills that will be useful to me and my future handler. In my final stages of training, my future handler and I will train and live together at the Oakville facility for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the program. This helps to ensure that we will be a good working team with a strong bond and ready for our new life together. This is the lounge area of the facility. This is where our clients relax and eat when they're here for training. We do our graduation ceremonies here to commemorate the new dog guide teams created. At our graduation ceremonies, we invite sponsors and foster families to celebrate the dog guide they helped come to be. This is a very special event and very emotional for all involved. This is a perfect time for a demo. Oh, there's Trainer Jessie with Jackson. Let's go learn about the Diabetic Alert program. Let me introduce you guys to my friends Jessie and Jackson. Jessie is an instructor for the Diabetic Alert program.
Hi friends, welcome to the virtual open house. My name is Jessie and I'm a Diabetic Alert Dog instructor, and this is Jackson, and he's a Diabetic Alert Dog in training. Jackson's job is to help Canadians with diabetes that have hypoglycemic unawareness and that are insulin dependent. Jackson's skills are very important. He's trained to alert me when my blood sugars drop below a 4.5 by pawing me. He's also trained to go get my glucometer kit in the event that I need to test myself. Jackson's also trained to go fetch a juice box or glucose tab so I can help myself bring my blood sugar levels back up. And Jackson can either go get someone in the house and bring them to me, or he can activate a life alert system that would either call 911 or a family friend so they could come to help me. We train the dogs using saliva samples that are donated from people that have diabetes. Jackson's trained to smell the sample, or smell below, and then paw to alert me. Yes, good boy! And then he gets his paycheck. So now that Jackson's pawed me to tell me that my blood sugar levels are low, I'm going to ask him to fetch my glucometer kit so he can retrieve it and bring it back to me so I can test. Jackson, fetch kit. Yes, fetch kit. Jackson, fetch kit. Yes. Good boy. That's good. So now that Jackson brought me my glucometer kit and I know that I've tested low, I'm going to ask Jackson to activate the life alert system so we can call for help because no one's here at home to help me. Ooh, Jackson, alert! Yes.
Please check telephone connection. Please check telephone connection.
Well, so for me, about 5 years ago, I had a car accident, and as a result, or ever since that accident, I no longer can sense when my sugar levels are high or low. I quite literally have zero idea. I was working with some people. I was working with a speech pathologist because I had an injury in my brain which affected my ability to speak. It just made the left side of my tongue kind of dead, which is weird. But so I kind of had to learn how to talk again. The speech pathologist who was coming to see me had said, because I had had some pretty severe lows with her around, and she was like, whoa, this is a lot. And she started doing research and found dog guides and said, you know, this is something you should really talk with your doctor about. It sounds like this would be really great for you. And my kids were pretty young, 5 years ago. So I talked to my doctor, told him about dog guides, and he did a little bit of research and then wrote out some information that I guess you guys require from your doctor to kind of prescribe that this would be very needed for my client, or my patient rather. And I went from there, and just thank goodness. I'm so happy to know of you guys and the Lions Club. Thank you so much for being a part of this. It's changed my life. For me, she's just she gives me a sense of of calm. Like I don't have to worry about going low or high, because she's I can't remember a time where she missed my sugar being low, or if it's high. My sugar tends to run higher than lower, I guess would be the general kind of line where I'm at. But she likes to eat, so she makes sure she gets me every time, and it's just amazing. Awesome. Come here. Oh, good girl. Here, you didn't get up on the couch.
Also, is one of our super diabetic alert dogs.
You're doing God's work here. It's really amazing. You're especially the young people. You're helping out so many young people, which is so wonderful.
This is the Dog Guides Vet Clinic. Here we provide assistance to our foster puppies and dog guides in training. Lions Foundation of Canada is responsible for all vaccines, vet visits, neuter and spays of foster puppies, and dog guides in training. We trim our dogs' nails and groom them all here. Additionally, we provide follow-up support to our graduates for the entire working life of their dog guide. Our follow-up process includes phone and email communication, in-home visits, community education, and community networking. This is carried out by both our vet office and client services staff. Hey, this is Service Instructor Amanda. Let's watch her as she's working on skills training with Dog Guide and Training, Harris.
Hi guys, my name's Amanda. I'm an instructor in the Service Dog program, and this is my friend Harris. He's a black lab, and he's going to show you some of the things that he does to help people in the service program. So our clients in the service program are people with a medical or physical disability that require these dogs to help them with a lot of physical tasks. Things like picking things up off the ground, opening and closing doors, pushing automatic door buttons, fetching things out of the fridge, all things like that. You can imagine being in a wheelchair, using a cane. Those things can be really difficult. Harris. So the first one I'm going to show you today is called a fetch. So I have just Glass's keys here. So I'm going to drop it. Harris, fetch. Up. Yes, good boy. You'll see that he delivered that right to my hand. No chomping, no chewing, because obviously if that's your brand new iPhone, you don't want it coming back with teeth marks in it, right? They can fetch things like credit cards, keys, anything down to the size of a nickel, and anything large enough that's safe for them to fetch, okay? So it can't be too heavy or anything like that. We'd also never ask them to fetch a knife that you might have dropped, or the cheeseburger that just fell off your plate. They're dogs. That one's probably not coming back to you. Harris. The other really important thing that these guys can do is they can open and close doors, drawers, cabinets, all that kind of stuff, even the fridge. So I'll show you what that looks like. Harris, heel. Harris, tugs. Tugs. Good boy. Good boy. And there's a water bottle there. I'm gonna ask him to fetch. Harris, fetch. Yes. Yes, good boy. Good. Good job. And then we can also close the door. Harris. Good job. Harris, nudge. Nudge. Good boy. Good boy. Leave it. And another one of our most important skills is something called a bark for help. Now, in many cases, if our clients live alone, maybe they've fallen, they can't get to a phone, they can't call out for help, they can ask their dog for help. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Harris. Yeah, good boy. So I whispered the word help to him, and he's gonna bark continuously until somebody comes to help me, or until I tell him okay. And that's a little bit of our service program with me and Harris. Hope you guys have a good day.
For over 34 years, the Pet Value Walk for Dog Guides has been a vital national fundraiser held in approximately 300 communities across Canada. Now, more than ever, Dog Guides is relying on the generous support of its donors and partners to continue to work towards its mission. Thanks to our title sponsor, Pet Value, all of the proceeds go towards providing more dog guides at no cost. In addition to being the title sponsor to the Pet Value Walk for Dog Guides, Pet Value donates food and treats for dog guides in training and food for our foster puppies. These puppies are at an essential development stage, and just like humans, they need a well-balanced diet to help fuel that development. Performatrin and Performatrin Ultra provide those essential nutrients needed for a happy, healthy, and growing dog. And the best part is, Performatrin and Performatrin Ultra are made right here in Canada. They are also our title sponsor for the Pet Value Walk for Dog Guides, our biggest fundraising event. Plus, all of the donations from their annual calendar go to sponsoring teams. They have sponsored over 137 teams to date. Make sure you pick up your Give What You Can calendar in their stores this fall. Let's go find my friends, Alana, Adele, and Jemmy. It's time for another demonstration of another one of our dog guide programs.
Oh, hi there. My name's Alana and I'm an instructor with the Autism Assistance Program here at Dog Guides. The dog that I brought with me here is named Jemmy. Jemmy is one of our dogs in training, and she's a cross between a Labrador Retriever and a Golden Retriever. She's such a good girl. Aren't you? Yes. Good girl, Jemmy. In the Autism Assistance Program, we train dogs for children who are between 3 and 12 years old who have been formally diagnosed on the autism spectrum. Different from the other programs here at the school, our clients are not the main handlers of their dogs. Typically, it's a parent. So you can see over here on Jemmy's harness, there's several metal rings. 2 of these rings hold a handle. So the parent or handler will hold the leash. On the left side is the dog, and on the dog's left side is the child. Holding the handle of their own dogs gives the child a sense of independence they may not otherwise have. They're able to walk their own dog. They may not have to hold mom or dad's hand while they go out in public. It also gives them a sense of responsibility for their dog, which is such a special feeling. Something that our dogs are trained to help with their children is to keep them safe. This is one of their most important jobs. The metal ring up here at the top of Jemmy's harness has a good girl, a ring attached to it. And the dogs are trained that when they hear the command halt, or if they feel tension on that line, they lay down immediately and use their weight to stop the child from being able to move any further. This can stop them from running towards bodies of water, running towards the road, whether they're feeling overwhelmed and just trying to get away, or if they're seeing something they're interested in, just going for it. Some people on the spectrum have issues with have issues with evaluating dangers in their environment, and so this helps them stay safe when they're out and about. Good girl. Let's see if I can find my helper to see if we can do a demonstration of this. Okay, Christina, go, run. Halt. Yes, good girl. As you can see, Jemmy laid down immediately when she felt the pressure on the line and given the command halt. And she's much bigger than Adele, so Adele isn't able to get anywhere. Good girl. Good. Another command we train our dogs to do to help with anxiety is called hugs. And hugs provides deep pressure, which benefits many people on the spectrum. Jemmy. Jemmy. Are you looking at Adele? Come on, hugs. Hugs. That's a girl. Hugs. Yes, good girl. As you can see, Jemmy's moved her body on top of my lap and is using her body weight to provide deep pressure. Good girl. This can be done while sitting, in a chair, or on the ground, and is oftentimes used in public or in schools. The last thing we're going to talk about today is how our dogs help their children with sleep. Many people on the spectrum have issues with sleep, whether it's problems falling asleep or staying asleep, and our dogs are trained to go into bed with their children and sleep with them through the night. This helps reduce their anxiety and has a friend with them in their room while they're alone overnight. Many parents joke about a term called musical beds. So either the parents are going to the child's room or the child's going to the parents' room, but either way, no one's getting a good night's rest. I've heard many stories from our parents of the immediate effect that this has on their children. We actually just saw a child recently who graduated with their dog right before COVID hit us here in Ontario. They said the first night that they brought their dog home, he slept in bed with their child, and it was the first time their child slept through the night for his entire life. So it's pretty incredible. You can imagine the benefit to the child to sleep through the night, and also to the parents and the whole family that everyone's getting rest. It's really fantastic. Thank you so much for coming and seeing us in the Autism Assistance Program. I hope you enjoy the rest of your tour.
Hi, we're the Maddies, Marcus, Jordan, Carrie, and my husband Greg, who's filming this short little video, and Tori. Tori is Marcus's autism assistant dog. Marcus received Tori back in May 2019. And we are so grateful to receive Tori because she has made such a huge impact in Marcus's life. Marcus no longer wanders off or runs away because of Tori. Tori keeps him safe. Before this global pandemic, we were going to the movie theaters, we were going to the malls, and Marcus likes to walk her proudly, and he no longer runs away. We are very grateful to the Dog Guides of Canada to help provide our son, Tori, who helps keep him safe. She's even helped us during these struggling times during COVID, when my son's world was shut down, when they shut the school. She was here to comfort all of us. And we're so thankful and grateful for Dog Guides of Canada. She's a blessing. Thank you.
Our facility support programs trains dogs for professional agencies who help assist individuals who have experienced traumatic situations. The dogs that are trained and placed in this program are used to support individuals with a non-judgmental, attuned presence. Our facility support dogs have been able to help in the following ways: help a victim testify against their abuser in a courtroom setting, provide comfort to a young woman who has been abused and needs a forensic medical exam, allow victims to speak about their traumatic experiences to a counselor, provide comfort to a grieving family during a next of kin call, offer silent support to an officer after a tough call or shift, provide community outreach for those in need. The benefits of a facility support dog are trust, calmness, acceptance, safety, connection. The facility support dogs are trained to lay quietly beside the individual while they are being interviewed or receiving counseling, to go outside and play fetch to make that person smile and for a brief moment forget the traumatic experience they have encountered, to teach a young child how to give love safely and live in the moment. These dogs provide many individuals with unconditional love.
Welcome to the Kennels. This is my home while I train for my career as a dog guide. The kennels are bright, open, and airy, which leaves lots of room to move around. As you can see, there's plenty of space for me to have up to 2 kennel mates. This helps with my socialization and comfort during my stay. We have an area for play and rest, and another area for doing our business. The dedicated kennel team work from early morning to late at night, making sure all my needs are met. Meals are served, treats are given, there's an endless supply of water, and our space is kept sparkling clean. I wake up bright and early to start the day of training, but don't worry, it's not all work all the time. I have plenty of downtime in the evening to play with my friends, give a toy a good chew, and when nighttime comes, we cuddle up together for some much needed rest. Hi Kayla, do you mind telling us about what you're doing here?
Hi there, I'm Kayla and I'm an instructor in the Hearing Dog Guide program. This here is Ray. She's currently in training to become a hearing dog guide. Our dogs are matched with clients who are deaf or hard of hearing. Their job is really important because they increase awareness for the client and they also help increase their safety and independence. Our dogs work to 7 different sounds in the environment. So that includes a doorbell, a door knock, a fire alarm, a wake-up alarm, a phone, a name call, and a kitchen timer. When our dogs hear a sound, they make physical contact with their handler by using their paws. Then the handler asks them, "Where's the sound?" And the dog will lead them to the source of the sound, whether it's somebody knocking at the door or their phone ringing. The only exception is the fire alarm. When our dogs hear the fire alarm, they still alert their handler, but instead they spin a few times, 4 to 5 times automatically, and it's a visual cue for the client so they know it's a fire alarm. And then they safely exit their home or wherever they are. One of the sounds our dogs work to is the telephone. So when Ray hears the telephone ringing, she will alert me and I will ask her to show me where the sound is coming from. Then she will lead me to where the sound is occurring. So right now she's acknowledging the sound. She's alerting me. And I'm going to ask her, what is it? Yes, good girl. Good girl. And it's very important that they're direct with the sound. So I want her to nose point towards the sound so that I know it is the phone that is ringing. Good girl. The next sound we're going to introduce is name call. Name call can be used inside the home or outside. For example, if a family member is calling the client's name in the home, or outside, if say the client is in the grocery store and they've gotten ahead and someone's trying to get their attention. One important thing to note with our sounds is that they have to be continuous. It has to be repetitive in order for the dog to alert. So when calling the client's name, we call it continuously. The dog is not trained to the person's specific name, but they will learn it over time. But rather they are alerting to the continuous sound. Kayla, 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 what Kayla? What is it? Good girls. Hi Katie, how are you? Good, how are you doing? Good girl. Good girl. The next sound we're going to introduce is the fire alarm. With the fire alarm, the dogs will spin. Once they are fully trained and with their client, the expectation is that they will spin automatically 4 to 5 times. And it is a big visual cue for the client that this fire alarm. Ray is currently still in training, so I have to help her out a bit with her spins. So we do something called a cue, meaning I help guide her into the spin. For today, we'll just expect her to do about 3 spins. Good girl, spin, yes, spin, yes, spin, yay, good girl, good girl.
There you are, Alyssa and Allison. We have been looking for you everywhere. Can you teach us more about the Canine Vision Dog Guide program?
In the Canine Vision program, we train dog guides to help people that are visually impaired or are blind. Their main job is to guide their person safely to their destination. In the Canine Vision program, the dog guides are trained to assist their handler in navigating obstacles typically found on most daily routes, including curbs, steps, and crowds. We use artificial circumstances by using traffic cones to set up obstacles on the sidewalk, and we teach the dog to guide around the obstacles. Canine vision dogs are also trained to find doors, stairs, elevators, escalators, and even seats.
Girl, yes. Forward. Yes, good girl. Forward, find the way. Good girl. Find the curb. Yes, find the curb. Oh, good. Yes, good girl. Forward. Good girl. Curb. Good girl. Forward, find the door. Yes, good girl. Door. Yes, good girl.
What do you think? Is this my color? Who am I kidding? I look good in every color. You can help us provide more dog guides by shopping for items in our gift shop. Find the items I tried on and more at the gift shop link. Hey, do you hear that dog barking? That means they're alerting to a seizure. Look, there's a seizure response dog guide trainer, Julie, with Dog Guide and Training Quake. Let's go catch up with her and make sure everything's okay.
My name is Julie Gabori, and I'm the head instructor for the Seizure Response Program at Dog Guides Canada. And here we have Quake. He's a black Labrador Retriever, and he's in training for the Seizure Response Program. In the Seizure Response, we train dogs for people with epilepsy. So the dogs are trained to react to the seizure. They're trained to react to cues. So it might be the fall, convulsions, spasms, and the like. The dog responds to the physical cue, and his job is to start barking, 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 and keep barking until somebody comes for help. Another task that our seizure response dogs are trained to do is to go get a family member inside the home. So what Quake would do, he would go and make physical contact and bring the person back to me. So I'm gonna ask him, Quake, go get it. Oh, good boy, what is it? Yes, good boy. In a home environment, eventually we would build it, the dog can go from room to room, from floor to floor, and bring the person back to their person. Good boy. So far, you've seen a few tasks that the seizure response dog perform. So they will bark at the onset of seizure. So that can be in a home, in a public place, just about anywhere. In a home environment, they can go get a person for help. Another task that they are trained to do, if the person has a lifeline system, which is a box in a home that would be connected through the phone line that the dog can activate on command. Here we use a little button for training, but at home that's connected through the phone line, and then the dog alerts it and it would call for help. Alert. Hey, alert. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Very good. Wait. Alert. Alert. Yes. That was easy. Good boy. Very good. Good boy. Wait. Alert. That was easy. Yes. Good boy.
Hi there, my name is Bev Crandall. I'm the CEO for the Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides, and this is Emma. She's a retired guide dog. She's spent 10 years working and has taken a break. So we're working hard here at Dog Guides Canada to keep things moving. We have over 1,000 clients that we support virtually. We have over 300 dogs in foster care, and we have about 150 dogs we're still actively training. So we're keeping busy and hope you are too. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you found some inspiration in it, seeing everybody work hard. Despite COVID, we've been working really hard and we need your support now more than ever. We're continuing to work with our dogs and training them. We've taken some interesting steps using virtual technology to continue on with our training. But work is still going and we still need to get our dogs trained and matched with clients. So your support is needed now more than ever. Please consider making a donation to us. You can do that online. You can mail us a check. However you want to contribute is greatly appreciated, and however much you can afford to give is greatly appreciated. Thanks very much. Hope you are all keeping well, and stay tuned for more good news from us.